Hey there. I kinda don't want to ruin this moment for you, but this is me at a lake in Lithuania, about to embark on the last day of my 3,500 kilometer off-road adventure. Good morning. Let me just attach the 360 here. When funny interactions happen, I'll press play on this, so we will have a second point of view. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good, good.
How do you travel?
By motorcycle.
I know, but I also have the motorcycle as you have it. So where is your trip going from?
Well, I started off in Amsterdam.
You are from home?
And then I went up through Germany. I took the boat into Sweden, then around Sweden.
Up north?
Not too far. I wanted to go to Norway.
Right.
Yeah, I wanted to go to Norway, but the weather was terrible. So instead I took the ferry in Stockholm to Tallinn.
You're right.
And then Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania.
The eastern part.
And now Gdansk, and then back to through Berlin and then Amsterdam.
How many kilometers are on?
Right now we are at 3167, day 13, 3 crashes.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Brother.
Bye. I left Amsterdam, packed and ready to go, on a pretty sunny day in September. A pretty straightforward day, featuring mostly German Autobahn, but at the end of the day, we boarded the ferry, which will take me to Sweden. Cameras here, interesting. They flash from the front, so if you don't have a number plate, they won't see you. That was just one. So that's interesting. Let me show you what it looks like. The guy behind me, his name is Thomas. He's riding his Husqvarna Northern 901, and today we are tackling the first day of Swedish TETs. Alright. Let's not get too cocky. We are still not Poltores. I feel like that could also be like the name of this channel. Not Poltores. Who is Pol Torres? Well, Pol Torres is a Spanish guy who was born in Barcelona in Catalonia, and at the age of 9 he started riding dirt bikes. And I Now, if you want to see this whole sequence, press here. It's the end of episode 1. In it, I briefly explain that I am still a newbie and I'm nothing like Polteress. Well, except maybe the same bike. Well, it might be easier to just like... Oh, but look at it. How it just opens up like this. And this just goes on and on and on and on and on and on. It's like fuck. It's like paradise, man. You're not bothering anyone. There's nobody here. Maybe find a little place to swim. Here I'm just checking for directions, making sure we're going the right way. These Swedish forests are pretty relaxed to drive through, especially with sun like this. But don't get too cocky.
I try to brake, front wheel, back wheel, and this is how it's done.
And after a little coffee break and a short swim at a beautiful Swedish lake, Thomas and I split up. He wanted to continue further along the Swedish TET, and I had this one particular spot in mind where I wanted to set up camp. And here I am arriving at that particular spot. And this is my nervous going to camp for the first time phase.
I don't have too much content of the end of the first day because basically everything went wrong. I couldn't get a fire going, I lost my beer in the lake, I couldn't stand up my tent because, well, lesson number one, I bought a tent which needed the stakes to be in the ground, otherwise it wouldn't stand up. I had all these expectations coming into this adventure. I had all these, you know, these visuals in my head, like where I'm gonna go, where I'm gonna camp, and how I'm gonna fly the drone, and which shots I'm gonna get, and it's all gonna be amazing. And you know, then everything happens, and in the first 24 hours, all your thoughts, all your ideas, they go out the window, and you have to adjust.
And here we are waking up on day 3, getting ready to hit the road once more after a rocky night in the hammock. And right now I need to take this turn. Connect to the TET. Yes, we are on the Trans-European Trail again. And it is spacious out here. I mean, look at it. Fields for days. It is a lot colder than yesterday, 16 degrees, and windy. It is, well, it's not too cold, 16 degrees, and usually I ride easily at 16 degrees, but this wind is just, oh, throwing me off my guard. Yeah, now we're gonna turn off the ABS. Hill turns. Oh. And here we are halfway through day number 3. The GoPro battery died, but we continue on. Kinda got lost in the forest. The clouds were packing in, the rain was coming soon, so I packed away the camera gear and headed to camp for the night. We are back on the Swedish test, the outfit. Let's find a nice spot to tell you about the new plan. There's supposed to be like a viewpoint in about 4 kilometers. So let's see if we can find that. I'm gonna give you a visual representation of what the weather is like way north where I want to go. To this place called Hel, just north of Trondheim. I'm not sure if I can get a graphic in here, but if I can, it will be right here. And with the weather there is this. I'm not sure you can see that. It's bad. So a decision has been made. A ferry has been booked, and we are abandoning the whole Hel idea. We booked the ferry departing from Stockholm tomorrow, and we're gonna go to Estonia. Estonia! And we met a new friend. Say hi, Morten.
Hi. Lead the way.
Easy now. Whoa! That was almost the thumbnail. Not sure he sees me. Everything's still on there. Good, good. Very dark clouds in the sky. Wind is picking up too. Fuck. I'm not sure what this means. But there's tracks. So on we go. I was just gonna say, this is no longer the Trans-European Trail. This is a map or a route generated by my app. And you can say I prefer off-road. Go camera, go! Is it on, is it on, is it on? Do you see it? There. Fat. That was a fucking big ass moose or something. Fuck, I thought it was a horse. Fucking, oh shit, now we're turning around. Uh-oh. Fuck, I read something about this. I think you're supposed to make like a lot of noise. It was just right there, wasn't it? That's a nice stretch. Woo! Lovely, nice curvy road. 90. Easy. Quick drone ABS. Quick drone. Looking back at this moment a couple of months later, with many more hours of flying the drone under my belt, it's just really funny to look at this. I was so hesitant to go up high. It had to be super clear, no wind, no nothing. But what a place. Big crash. Oh, fuck. Well. Good morning from grey and coldish Sweden. We arrived at this cabin yesterday night, I think around 6, and I get all this bravado and I start going and going, and then yesterday I was like ramming down that trail. I was like super excited, and now that we're on the final stretch in Sweden, I'm a little bit sad. Because yeah, a few things went wrong, but this country, it's so beautiful. Whew. I mean, we're in an industrial part of the city right now. I mean, look at it. Jesus. It's just still so very beautiful. We are catching a ferry to Tallinn. Hello. We are looking for a wellness. Oh, I thought it was a sauna.
Sauna, it's deck 2.
Deck 2? On the Baltic Queen. We are on deck 5. And there's a sauna on deck 2. So there's a lot of old people on this boat. Hello.
Bye bye.
Vodka energy. Woo. Gonna have a normal beer. In about 20 minutes. So planning this trip, I was thinking about Sweden and Norway, and now we are on a ferry leaving Scandinavia and going to the Baltics, heading into what for me at the time was the great unknown. Alrighty, we are in Estonia. Estonia. I know fuck all about Tallinn. So to Wikipedia, I made a cool voiceover during this actual episode. There's a wine cellar in there. It's called Gloria. Okay, say bye-bye Tallinn. Bye-bye Tallinn. It's not really sunny. There has been some rain here because the roads are wet. So it will be interesting to see what the conditions are on these roads, on these tracks, because we are a little bit heavy, we are a little bit packed, and I did a lot of research about Sweden and Norway, so I know what those roads were going to be like, and I felt very confident about those. And now I don't know, so we're onto the great unknown. Don't be reckless, just cruising along the Estonian TET. And if it becomes too technical, if it becomes too difficult, just drop the bass. I'm just talking to myself at this point.
And here's a little demonstration of how I fly the drone and ride my bike at the same time.
Yeah, general good vibe so far. Had a bit of a wobble, but being able to fly the drone, drive in the sunshine, that's really the good stuff. First sort of water crossing. Don't want to drop the bike there. also don't want to get her stuck in here. Fuck me. Nope. Not doing that. We're gonna go this way. Keep 1 foot on air. Nobody here to see except my ego. No need to get stuck in the mud just to stay on the route. Well, that was a very interesting little pit stop. One's over there and one's over there, and I only saw this one from the road because I saw he was using it to cut these hedges. He's got all these Soviet military shells here. That's nuts. How is you? Hey, buddy. Hello. How are you? How are you? So this is like old Soviet?
Yes, very old Soviet.
It's okay with the dirty boots?
Yeah.
Whoa. Dude. So you use it to go on any adventures?
Yes.
Camping?
Little bit, yes. Summer times. South Estonia, there is old vehicles coming together. Old.
Cool. Like a meeting.
Yeah, meetings. Stuff.
Does it run? Oh, you started? Hello. Hello. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Do you have an email?
Yeah, I have one.
What a place. Clock is back. accurate though. It's 6 o'clock right now. We got 15 minutes to go. To me, one of the most satisfying things about motorcycle camping is the actual camping. Coming to a campsite or a place in the woods where there's nobody else and just you. Setting up camp, making some food, and just being by yourself in nature. And after sleeping like a baby on this deserted campsite, seeking a hot shower, we continue on day 7. Little update from the trek. Because it's gorgeous out here. The light like this, all right. Good afternoon. The clock is, damn it, still not working. Oh well, it's go time anyway. Actually some fresh tracks on these trails. But this is awesome. Forest, nice lights, beautiful turns, little house. Oh, cool. Could have spent the night there. But we are en route to a sauna. Holy crap, this is awesome. cool trail. The curves, the elevation. Oh. I think 360 needs a bar twister as well. The drone up, like up there. Oh, sand, sand, sand. Yeah, alright, Mr. Linesman. This is much cooler than what I could have found. Branch to the face. I took a branch to the face. Sometimes I'm even like talking to myself, saying all these things, and I'm not even sure I'm recording. So, uh-oh. Somebody went around it? Nah, I can do this one. For sure. Ugh. Yeah, people were definitely struggling here. And they went like this. And I shall do this too. For I am not an idiot. Oh. Okay, maybe a little bit of an idiot for doing this by myself. Let's hope there's not so many more of those, because it is not fun or easy or super safe. Get stuck by yourself out here. Haven't seen anyone in quite some time. This is the cool stuff though. Oh yeah, another one. First gear. Easy, easy, just walk it. You got the grip, you got the grip. Tire tracks, I don't like tire tracks. Like cars, I mean. Stay in the middle, so you can fall both ways. Easy, easy, speed and power.
Power and speed solves many things.
Yes.
Oh, fuck yeah. Nearly went sideways there. Back up on the backs. Lean back. Oh, now this is more like it. I can see where I'm going. There's light. No mud. Oh yeah, baby. Let's show you. Try to show you this a little bit. Oh, here we definitely go. Easy now. Don't get cocky. Don't get cocky. Remember what happened. You are an amateur in the middle of nowhere on a very, very heavy bike. We get to a clearing. Maybe I can show you. GoPro still on. God damn, this spot is awesome. Ah, here we are. A nice clearing with a lot of sand. Oh, Jesus! I don't like sand. God damn it! Second time. And stall. Great. Good morning, YouTube. Bit of a slow start today. As you can see, it's already 11. But we've had a lot of rain this morning. And I was... Hello.
Alcotest. Alcotest.
Okay, what do I do?
In here. Have a good day.
Thank you. See? ATVs. That's dope. It is already day 8. And we are on, well, let's say we started off at 1900 today. This is where they start, yeah, or where they finish. And that route says to go in here. Well, I am not going in there, especially because there's a guy there with a gun. A guy with a gun, everybody. Let's do this one. And then hopefully be able to survive this one. Oh. Oh, cool. That's a gun. All good? Whew. Is there a lot of people hunting today?
Yeah.
Are you hunting?
No.
Practicing?
Practicing, yes.
Ah. Oh, Heckler and Co.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, at least I'm wearing good clothes, huh? So you won't shoot me.
It can be otherwise also.
What do you mean?
You can see very, very well.
Huh?
You can see very well.
You can see me very well. Ah, that's sick. What are you shooting at?
Exercise on.
No, I mean, but like the trees or...
The paintforce is harder for practice.
Really? So it's not. So it's a bit dangerous to be here. Oh, but if I look like this, it's okay. Okay, thank you, brother. Stay safe.
Have a nice trip, man.
Thank you. For your gun, to put on the gun. It's my YouTube channel. It looks nice on the gun, I think. It goes like prop, prop, prop. The gun and the motorcycle. Prop, prop, prop. I think he just said like it's Estonian Defense Force, not like the military. Oh, well, it's a good day to be wearing high vis. Please don't shoot me, Estonian people. Please don't shoot me. Alrighty. And a good morning from Estonia. Sorry. Fuck now. Take 2. Alright, good morning. And we are in Latvia. The first day. That is nice. Fire up the bike and the sun shines on your face. You can see things are going pretty slow because today is day 9 and it's already 3 nights in Estonia, and basically it's 220 kilometers if you cruise on a road like this. But we don't do that, so it takes forever. Well, this is a pretty route into the little town of Foglights or something. Oh, this is interesting. I'm in a very small town in Latvia, and I'm about to meet my ex-girlfriend here.
Co tu máme?
So, we are now on the TET, just outside of Riga. It's about 40 kilometers to get to Riga. About 40 minutes on this route. But this is already awesome. Just imagine like living in Amsterdam and having like this kind of forest or lands just outside your doorstep. Maybe this is what he meant with the sand. stuck on a log. Fuck. We almost went. That's getting really... Oh, that's a lot of sand. Everything to stay out of the loose sand. So this is the Russian embassy, and look what the lovely Latvians
And also there
have put in front of it. That is just brutal. I love it.
and also they renamed the state of Ukraine's independence.
We slept. The Grass is super wet. And so is the tent. But look at how awesome this place is. Very kind Latvian family. The guy's name is Petrus, if I say this right. But we are on the way, day 10. So I guess we're halfway? This road is pretty cool. It's grippy. It's smooth. There's no two big ass potholes. So it's nice. I like it. And just as I say all this, nah, still good. Still good. Still good. A little bit more slippery. But we alright. Nice turns, plenty of grip. Oh. So this has just been slow down a little bit so there's less wind. This lovely, oh that's creepy, this lovely winding road, super dry, nice and grippy. It's just been going on for miles and miles and miles and miles. Every now and then, you know. Oh. But look, it's just like like a perfect slope, and then there's all these trees and it's just so green and lush here everywhere. And I'm just like, right now I'm going like 50, but I'm just like, look at it. Like this, it just gives me goosebumps looking at it like this. And it just goes on and on and on and on. Oh. You can even do it sitting down. Like right now, I'm just like so relaxed and cruising. Everything is like kind of falling into place. Takes a while to get into the rhythm of like riding and packing and deciding like kind of where to go. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? He doesn't agree. Fuck. Either about to do something really cool or really stupid. Good morning on day 11, where we begin with 2360. We want to get to the south of Lithuania today. We are skipping Vilnius. We are going through Kaunas. We are looking for the Trans-European Trail today, which will lead us through Kaunas. Always south is a statue or a collection of statues from the former Soviet Union, the USSR. Alright, so I cut this sequence a little bit shorter in the after movie bit. If you want to see the whole thing, you can see all of it in episode 7. Is the 9th fort, or Devintas Fortas, a stronghold in Kaunas, built in the late 19th century. During the Soviet occupation, this fort was used as a prison and way station for prisoners being transported to labor camps. And during the occupation by Nazi Germany, the fort was used as a place of execution for Jews, captured Soviets, and many others. I didn't think it appropriately to film the actual fort, but this is the memorial they've built for it.
These paintings over here, both of these, and there's one more upstairs.
Yeah.
So these paintings were painted by my father's brother 3 years later, and on June 13th.
So he was in the Gulag for like 7-8 years?
10 years. Yeah, and it's himself painter who taught him how to paint. Because when the Russians came, they started to, you know, destroy private farms and made it like the collective farming industry. Because they would take everything to the states budget, and then everything was collective.
Kaip ir per visus naujus ir per visus balius.
O, čia bus pateikimas.
Taip, mes čia pasirūpinom.
Party vlognik style.
Kažkada sportavau, gal tai yra.
It's a hot one today. It's 11 o'clock and already 21 degrees. Definitely gonna look for a place to swim today. We are off to a beautiful start today. Look at this. Just like not even a minute ago, I said the treks are nice and dry. Wow, this isn't. Oh! I was gonna say this isn't such a big puddle, but these parts are a little bit more wet. But it's a nice change of pace from like the wide open fields which I use for farming. This is much more fun. Hey, look, a little squirrel. What are you doing, squirrel? This is a thick forest. Why are there tires here? That's weird.
Yeah, so I made a wrong decision here. I made a wrong decision and I got stuck in the mud.
Uh-oh.
And it took me a while to get out. You can see the entirety of it in the full episode.
That's not good. Oh, here's the first. That's wrong. Speed and power. Oh, Jesus Christ. Speed and power. Speed and power. Fucking hell. Come on. Oh, this is not fun. Need to get up this middle bit. Here we go, here we go. Get up, focus. You got this. Tackle each as they come. To the left, to the right. Power. Oh, fuck me.
Left, left, left. Power, power. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, pretty red mushrooms. Get up and focus. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go.
A few moments later.
Fuck! Please, let this be the end of it. Jesus. I am just like drenched. My arms are drenched. Everything is completely soaked. Oh. It's a whole different like fear of with motorcycling. Like usually you have the fear to, like when you're driving in traffic, the fear to get hit by another car, because that's the most likely thing that'll happen. If you're cruising along these roads, well, I'm doing like 45 now, but if you're like powering along these roads, then the fear is a completely different fear, because then it becomes a fear of crashing and injuring yourself and the motorcycle. Now I've realized there's a third fear, and the third fear is getting stuck in the middle of nowhere with your heavy ass bike. Yeah, I'm pretty relieved right now, and there's a massive lake right here, so I think what we need to do is get some lunch and go for a swim. We are at a goat farm, for children. There's ducks here and geese and goats. And to make things interesting for children, we got some Soviet statues, and this one is huge.
So this part of my adventure has no engine noises, because apparently I didn't record any audio on my GoPro. Though it's a shame because I'm visibly excited to be driving here, at least for now. This is still in Lithuania, and we are very close to the Polish border. Beautiful forest tracks, lots of good visuals, nice grip, just a fun place to ride. This is the Lithuanian TET, very close to the Polish border. And before you know it, you stop at what seems to be like a weird opening or a road, but it's actually the border between Lithuania and Poland. And as is tradition when crossing the border between Lithuania and Poland, it is a great occasion to just like drop the bike while standing stationary for no reason. And in a few seconds we continue in Poland. I use Epidemic Sound to find music, and when I searched Epidemic Sound and put in Poland, this is what I got. And I just went with it. So, after quickly letting the Polish officials know that Bashplate is in town, made a cool shot of crossing the actual border, where I probably said something before pointing at this pole. But yeah, Poland it is. So when this music hits its natural crescendo, right about now, we are sneaking into, I think, is a private area. Fade to black. Pan zoom. Slow down. Moment of relaxation. Bashplate in a hammock at a lake. Expedition continues, where it's crops to the left, crops to the right, farmland as far as the eye can see. There's some trees, but it's mostly crops and farmland, and dust. A lot of dusty roads, some cows, but mostly dust.
It's kinda not farmland anymore. And oh my god. This road with its nice little curves, with a smooth tarmac. Oh, I just got goosebumps. Ooh, that's good. That's good. It's nice to end the day like this. Sometimes you gotta stop driving early because otherwise the drive might not be so good and the focus is gone, and that's when accidents happen. But sometimes you just gotta keep going. Spooky. Fuck. Spooky, smoky train wrecks. Train tracks.
Hi there, and good morning. While we get ready to depart for what is gonna be a very lovely early departure.
A few moments later.
We thought we'd get an early start this morning, but it's all going a bit slower. Oops.
Your name is
Stein.
You?
my name?
Yeah.
Dorota.
Dorota.
Jessurun.
Nice to meet you. Here we are. A 34-kilometer straight road to Hel in Poland. That is funny. On this final stretch of the journey, show you with this little guy how small this little patch of land actually is. We are, well, this is hilarious. I just randomly turned on the camera because I saw the last 10 kilometers approaching, and like a feeling of immense pride and joy overcame me. And in the last 9 months, all these fucking numbers have been so randomly popping up whenever I need them to. And now it is kilometer 3333. Not 10 kilometers to go. 10 kilometers left on this 13-day journey. And what started off as a crazy idea, like, I'm gonna drive to Hel. I'm gonna drive to Hel. Well, in Norway, but that was the idea. And with like 10 minutes left on the journey, I have accomplished this idea. And this weird feeling of like joy and struggle just came over me. Like, There were so many moments. So many moments where I was like, what the fuck am I doing? So many moments where I could have like stopped, turned back, pulled the plug, been like, nope, nope, too expensive, too dangerous, too lonely, too stupid, too reckless, too inexperienced. And every time I heard the little and every time I heard the little voice creep up in my head, I said, nope, not today, not today. Today we continue. Today we ride. Today we buy this goddamn motorcycle. Today we buy this drone, this camera, this GoPro, the boots, the pants, the jacket, the luggage, the camping gear, the vlogging gear. We bring the laptop. We went all in this motherfucker. Well, the job is only half done, because now, of course, there's still a lot of editing to do. I will be bringing home around, I don't know, gigabytes already. It's probably like 500 gigabytes of data spread across 5 platforms. This guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, and then the camera that's in the back. So I have, again, no idea how that will end up. Will it be one show? Will it be one episode? Will it be 6 episodes? Will it be 10 episodes? Will anybody watch it? Will I care? Will it just be for me? I have no idea. But this road is just lovely. To come to the tip of this peninsula with just this lovely, lovely tarmac winding through this beautiful forest. It's just a great way to finish off. I can only describe as an amazing journey. I've met a lot of fun people, I've had help from strangers, I slept in strangers' gardens, I made so many mistakes, so many mistakes. I brought a chair, I only used it once. I brought a hammock, I only used it once. I brought way too many cables, way too many knives, I brought everything. Wing gear, I only had to use once, thank God for that. How is this still 10 minutes? Alright, that's enough emotional talk. I'm gonna enjoy this moment by myself. Take a minute, take a breather, maybe make some coffee, fly the drone around, obviously, and then go to Berlin and party. Because remember, I still don't have a job. So if you're watching this and you think like, hey, this is cool, that's a cool story, that is cool content, that is creative, funny, witty, whatever, give me a call. We can have coffee, we can make it for you, grind it for you, ASMR it for you, and see you on the way back.